Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Joy. On today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this Bubu kaftan gown with ruffle trim pockets. So this is it. It's very simple to make, and I achieved this using 2.5 years of Ankara. Alright, so let's get to it. So you fade your fabric, and to get the width you want, you're going to use your shoulder divided by 2 plus your sleeve length. Now, whatever your sleeve length is, you're going to minus 3 inches from it, and then the remaining is what you get. Can you see? So the total width I fold here is 16 inches, and that is on fold. If I open it, it will be about 32 inches, and the length I use here is 39 inches. At the end of the day, my length will remain 37 inches, but just know that it's 39 inches I have now. Alright, so I'll measure my shoulder divided by 2, which is 8. And of course, you know that that remaining one is 8 too. Alright, so I'll come down 1 inch for the back, and then the width is 3 inches. Alright, so the neck width is 3 inches and the neck depth is 1 inch for the back. Now for the front, the neck depth is also what? 3 inches. So the front is 3 by 3. The front is 3 by 3 and the back is 3 by 1. Alright, so for this armpit side, I'll come down by 1 inch, and then I'll take my sleeve opening. So I use 10 inches here. So you take based on how free you want it to be, and then you get a straight line. Alright, so at that straight line, we'll be measuring. I'll use my hip divided by 4 plus 4 inches. That is what I will use for this tutorial. So for the width I use it, like my body measurements, I use my hip divided by 4 plus 4 inches, and I use it from my bust to the down. And then you get it on a straight line to the down. So it's 14, 14, 14, because my hip is 40, and if I divide by 4 is 10, then plus 4, that is 14 down. Get it on a straight line. And to this place, this sleeve side, you're going to curve it. Now I came out by 1 inch, and I'm going to curve it just for guide, just a kind of guideline. You can just curve it by yourself, and then just curve it, and you're going to cut. Now you cut this side throughout, and then you cut this up, just the back neckline. Now after cutting it, this is what we have. Now you remove the back, so you'll be able to cut the front. So you cut this front neckline now, and cut the front neckline, just watch. And then we're going to give a slit at the center front, slit of 5 inches. Now you mark your 5 inches. You can do 6, you can do 4, but me I do 5. So if you want to follow this same result, do 5. And after marking it, we are going to look for a facing to turn it. So you just look for any small pieces, and you fold it into 2 like this, and then you're going to turn it. Now if you have a bigger pieces that can turn the whole neck, no problem, but there is no need, because we are going to pipe the neck, so we only need the pieces to turn this straight, that opening. So your focus should be to have at least 2 inches after that opening, and then you cut out the neck. Now when you cut out the neck, you're going to put gun stay or hair stay, anyone you have, interface, any of the interface you have, just applying on it, and then you're going to use it to turn the neckline. Hope you remember how I got my measurements. I said I folded into 2, and how I got my wideness was my shoulder plus the sleeve length minus 3. So that was what I did there to get that 16 inches. All right, so to turn this neckline, you're going to open this neck like this. When you open it, that is after you have put gun stay on that pieces I'm holding, and then you fold the sides. Now you're going to carefully run only that opening. Just watch my hand. Only this opening part. That is what you're going to run. Just run like half inch. Run it out only. And after running, can you see I put my own interface. So what I use here is gun stay. So you're going to cut this V part. You cut it in a way that you will not cut that thread is so, but just for easy turning, you have to notch it, and then you flip it over like this, and you're going to iron it very well. So you can put your hemming gum under that small facing so that it laps with the material. So that is it. So after this, now this is the sleeve side. This side is the sleeve side. Now this is the side. Remember that side we curve is the side. Now this sleeve side, you're going to measure it, and whatever thing you have there, you're going to cut. Can you see? You just cut a piece of fabric at the length of 8 inches, and the length of whatever thing you got there, and the width of 8 inches. Now whatever thing you get there, you're going to add at least 1 inch to it, so that you no be have shortage of material. Now is either you join these things, join this one, join this, join all the four, or you do it this way. You take the back, you join to the front. Do you understand? Now you join from shoulder to the to this side, you join from this other shoulder too, but you will not join to the end. You leave at least 1.52 inches, so that you be sure that they are equal. Can you see? So this is how I did it. And now I'm going to join those pieces I cut out, those stripes that is going to complete my sleeve length. Now also note that the color I'm using to join it is different from the color up, so that we get what we are looking for. And after joining them, you're going to complete your joining straight down. This is to complete the length of the sleeve, and because there's a drawstring on that shoulder, that is why you have to join it separate. Now this is what I've done. So this is it. Can you see? So we'll need that join at the shoulder, so that when you put that rope, you can be able to drag it. All right, so now you're going to measure this neck round, and whatever thing you got there, you're going to cut a straight fabric of the length. And if you have enough fabric, you can cut it bias cutting, but for mine I do straight. All right, so this is 2 inches wide width, and the neck I got there, just watch my hand, so that you see. You take it and then you fold it, and then you go and iron it. Watch again. Open it like this, fold in at least 1/2 inch, fold a little to this side, fold a little to the other side, and then you close two of them together. Now you iron it out. All right, and these ones are stripes. These ones are the drawstring, those ones that we're going to put on the shoulder, and it's also 2 inches width, and the length is 20 inches. That length is 20 inches, and this width is 2 inches. Remember that neck own is also 2 inches width, and the length was what I got after measuring that neck. And the difference between that one and this one is that this one you're going to sew it on your machine, while the other one you're going to iron it. All right, so this is the pocket. This pocket is 10 inches length. The length is 10 inches, and the width is 9 inches. So this one you just do how you want it, how big you want it, how smaller you want it. But if you want exactly the same thing, then you follow the same thing I do, 10 by 9. Now you're going to fold half an inch by the side, you iron. Half an inch by this other side, you iron. Half an inch by this other corner, you iron. Then for this other side that is the up, that side now is the up, you fold in half an inch, you iron, then you fold in like 1 inch, and you go and match it on your machine straight. That is your pocket. All right, so this is what I was explaining. Can you see? Can you see? So after ironing, now you're going to open it like this, and you put this your neck inside, and you're going to sew it on your machine. It's either you pin it down before sewing, or you just sew as you go. All right, so Just calm down and do it. It's not difficult at all. It's piping, just use it and pipe your neck. And then after piping, you come to this sleeve. Now you iron it open. Can you see? It's open. And that 1 inch I came down that time. Remember, I did not cut it out. So when you're joining the sleeve, you must be up to 1 inch. And then you come out by 5 inches for me. And from that 5 inches is where I'm going to start my row. Now you put it inside, and if you have enough material, you're going to fold it little and so. But if you don't have enough material, just weave and match it straight. So that 5 inches is the complete of my shoulder. My shoulder is 8 inches. That is, if I divide my shoulder into two, is 8 inches. And remember, my neck width is 3. So this 5 is the complete of 8 inches. That is to say, this rope will start where my shoulder end. Do you understand? So after sewing, this is what we have now. Now we'll come down from the shoulder to 20 inches. This is where my pocket is going to start. Now from this middle center front, I'm going to come in by 2.5 this side. The same thing to the other side. I'll come down by 20 inches, and I'll also come out by 2.5 from the center front. That is to say, at the end of the day, I will have 5 inches total for the center front, and that is where I'm going to place my pocket. Can you see? So after arranging the pocket, we're going to place it there. All right, so this is our pocket. This is the organza I'll be using. This organza is 2 inches by fold, but if I open it, it will become 4 inches. So you cut 4 inches and you fold it into two, and iron it very well. So I use the total of the 60 length. No, organza is by 60 length, so I just use the total 60 length. But if you don't want to use the total 60 length, then you're going to measure these places you will put organza and times it by 3. When I times my own, I got 54. I know total length of organza is 60, so I just use everything. Now you're going to fold it and run it like that I explained. Or you do this type I'm going to do. You either print it like this and run it, or you run a loose stitch and drag it, anyone that will be easier for you. Now after doing it, you're going to place it under. No, that's why you've already folded it that half inch that I say you iron. So you'll be putting it under that pocket like this. Now that up, you will not put anything there. It's only these three corners you're going to put it, and you'll be sewing. Can you see? Under. It will be a kind of dove stitch on top. Now you sew with little, like 0.5 inch or even less, just small. You sew it to this corner, sew it till you get to this other point. Now look at the one I've done. So this is what you want to achieve. And after getting it, you bring back your material, that front part. Now you open it. Watch how I spread this cloth. You're going to spread it out like this, and you fix your pocket. Now this pocket, check, this side that does not have organza will be the up. Can you see? Is the up. Now look at this 2.5. That is where the normal pocket will stop. The organza will pass it, no problem, but the main ankara, that normal pocket, will stop there. Also check the color I use for the pocket. You will see is the other color, right? Just watch how I mix the colors so that you won't be confused. Then after attaching that pocket, the next thing is to close the side. Now this side, can I see the excess I have at the sleeve? I'm going to cut it, and I won't cut it straight. Can you see? I still follow that curve shape and cut it out. And now after cutting it, you're going to close the side. So I close with 1 inch. You're going to close with what you put, and then you fold it. You fold it down, turn it over, and please, before you turn it, always notch the armpit. Always notch. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying by. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. And please, if you have not done any of this, please do. Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.